Xbox One and PC. Well, I mean, it's here, and this is something that I've been waiting for since probably 2008, 2009, when I stopped playing Tony Hawk's Underground 1 for the PS2 online. But this game really doesn't live up to the billing. Not by any stretch. And there's a couple, we'll go over the good things and then the bad things, and then we'll touch a little bit more on the good things. That's what we're going to do here. First of all, a couple things real quick. If you guys like the channel, like what we're doing here, go ahead and hit the button to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also follow the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ccurtis3974, as well as head over to the Twitter page at ccurtis3974, or just search CC Gaming. Appreciate you guys coming out. We're going to take a look here and see what's going on. I've already unlocked a level on this, but I do, and I'll go ahead there now. That's going to be Bonfire Beach is where we're going to play. Got a couple of the missions done. We're going to touch on some things in the game that are good. First things first, the online interaction is back, which is something that I've missed for years. One second here. Dun, dun, dun. And yes, there we go. Okay, so, yeah, I've missed the online interaction for years. There's no doubt about that, and we were able to get some of that going in this game. With that said, there's definitely some work that needs to be done to this game. The online interaction is very good. It plays like your traditional Tony Hawk of old, for the most part. There's some things that they could definitely do better. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But ultimately, the game plays like the old, which is something I'm very, very happy about. Because I was really hoping they wouldn't ruin this game for the sake of at least putting something out there. But there's some other stuff that needs to be worked on, as I mentioned. The game, actually, that's about all the good things that I can really think of. It plays like the old one. It's good for nostalgia, and that about covers it. There's some things in here that definitely, as I mentioned, need work on. Let's get into those now. One, there is no story mode. There is absolutely none. It is the old Tony Hawk Pro Skater gameplay, which is fine. Not a big deal. But I think maybe something with some kind of player progression would have been a lot better. They have player progression with your guy utilizing the old gameplay style, but it's not nearly as polished as, say, the story mode from the different Tony Hawk's Underground games were. Because as you got farther into that story, you were able to do more things with your skater, get the points, and it was a good time. So nothing wrong with it. So yeah, that's basically it. There's no story mode in this game. The online interaction could be better. Nobody ever wants to do anything as far as like trick attack or anything like that. And they took away one of my favorite modes from the old games, which was graffiti, which essentially you were a human spray can, a paint can, and as you comboed over something, you would make it that color. And so it was awesome. Not a big deal. It was a great online mode. They added some of the traditional ones in, kind of like you have your King of the Hill, you have your standard trick attack. Combo Mambo is another one that they brought back. Basically, you just get the highest combo you can. There's no way to make the time limit 30 seconds to basically making people have to do combos, which I would have definitely liked. The ragdoll physics could be a whole lot better. That was kind of really cheesy, as you just saw. So yeah, I'm generally not a fan of how they went about this game. I opened it up, and immediately I knew I was in for a bit of a disappointment as far as the gameplay goes. There's just not enough in this game to warrant a $60 purchase. Luckily, I didn't get it for $60, but for those that did pre-order it, I would be wanting my money back. There's no doubt about that. The nostalgic gameplay style just isn't enough to warrant the hefty price tag, is my thought on it. They brought back the arcadey style, which was good, from the old Tony Hawk games, which is not a bad thing at all. But they definitely could have done better things with it. And the old style was, well, it was okay. It was nice. They took Proving Ground and Project 8 and just basically scrapped the old style, which is fine, which is something I wanted them to do in the first place. So that's where that goes. Okay, so we've already touched on no story mode. We've already touched on the online play, that nobody ever wants to actually do anything online except for just free skate around, that I've noticed. Let's talk a little bit about the graphics. This game looks like a dumpster fire. It does not look good at all. This does not warrant PS4 style graphics by any stretch of the imagination. And anybody looking at this game would think I'm playing a PS2 game. That's essentially how bad it is. There's no reason why I should be playing a PS2 style graphics game on a $400 PlayStation 4 console. And I think anybody there would agree with me. But let's talk a little bit, because they did add some stuff that I didn't really like to the core gameplay part, and that's just skating around. One, you can no longer string together combo after combo after combo because they made the special mode activatable, and they didn't make it just automatically go to special, which is actually really, really annoying, because the moment your combo ends, you lose that special ability. You have to re-earn it again. Like, for example, let me show you what I'm talking about here. Let's go here. I'll activate my special. Let's do a move here. Okay. So I'm in special right now, and your special actually runs out. That's the worst thing ever. You know, why would you make something that runs out when you could just keep combos going the way that they were back in the day? I'm not a fan of that. This game, you know, is really rather disappointing when it comes to that. I mean, I can't sit here and say that, you know, I'm happy I spent money on this game just based on the fact that they messed up the gameplay so bad. It's playable for sure. It's absolutely playable. And anybody who tells you differently is lying to you. But to be completely honest with you, I am not a fan. I am not a fan of this particular game. I'm not a fan of of what they did with it. Not a fan at all. I would rather go back to my PlayStation 2 and play Tony Hawk's Underground 2 or Tony Hawk's Underground 1 or even American Wasteland rather than pop this game in, to be completely honest. There are so many things that they did right with this, bringing back the old style for the most part, but there are a lot more things they actually did wrong with it. And the part of the problem, and that you'll see some reports on this, but basically, for those that are not aware, Activision did not make early release copies of this game available to reviewers like IGN or GameSpot. If that doesn't spell, hey, we don't have confidence in this game, then what does? And that's very disappointing. That's very disappointing. And for those that are big, hardcore Tony Hawk fans from old, are going to be very disappointed by this game, and I completely understand why. I like it in the way that it does incorporate the old style, as I mentioned before. That's it. That's about the only thing that I really care for about this game. I can't like anything else on it. I really can't. So we'll see. I'm gonna do a couple missions here with you guys, and you can make the determination for yourself. If you have anything to say, definitely put some stuff in the chat. I'm monitoring that throughout, and we will go from there. So let's go ahead and do this. Alright, so missions are going to be done by the touchpad here. And we can do some... No, I don't want to do that one. Let's go... Voodoo? No. I'll do Riptide Rings, that's fine. Riptide Rings is what we'll do. So let's see what we got. Alright, and my mission details are as follows. Let's see. Ride the line through the rings as fast as you can. Okay, that's fine. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, we're gonna retry this one. So, but yeah, I mean, just taking a look at some of these missions. I mean, the missions they're kind of old school. They're kind of old school. It's the way that I'd want to do it. But ultimately, I'm not generally a fan of what they did with them. There's that. And if you guys have any differing opinions on it, please tell me. But I mean, just taking a look at it, I mean, I can't, I can't like a game that doesn't put in the effort. And I'm not the only one who's going to agree with that, I have a feeling. So aim 60 seconds is what I got there. So let me see if I can do this again and get a higher score rate. So I can definitely do better than that. Ah, shoot. Alright, let's try this again. Let's try this again. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. That's better. Much better. Much better. So we'll return to free skate here. After I just did that mission. That was actually a fairly easy one once I got what was going on. So that's all good. But yeah, no, it could definitely, this is definitely, it could be better. There's no doubt about that, and I think you guys realize that. So, but either way, appreciate you guys stopping by. I'm not done yet. I'm gonna play this game for a little while longer here. Maybe I'll try to go into a trick attack game just to do it. So we'll go into modes, and let's see if anybody. Is there a quick match available? Let's see. Looks like there is. Guess I'll just skate around for 19 seconds. Yeah, I mean, if you want a comparison as to what, looking at what I'm talking about, go take a look at how Tony Hawk's Underground 1 played for the PS2, and you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. That is really the old school style, and it's more fun than this. Hit as many players as you can with projectiles. Sure, I'll give it a shot. Let's see what happens here. Oh, I just got hit. So this is interesting. Wait, I didn't hit him? I messed that up huge. Come on. So this is kind of interesting. I haven't played this mode yet. Fireballs is what I'm firing at people, but it's not... It doesn't add enough to this game, to be completely honest. So yeah, that was a good time. That was a good time. So I did get a kill out of it. Looks like I did win, or something, which is interesting. All right, back to free skate. So that was fun. I mean, so as you can see, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that could have been done differently with this game. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But I think I am going to go ahead and kill it for a bit. I appreciate you guys coming out. That's my review. I think ultimately, if you had to score this out of 5, I think I'd give this maybe 2 unwashed skaters out of 5. To tell you the truth, if I had to score it. There is definitely some work that needs to be done with this series before it can be back to the old glory of which it was, and it starts with not changing what worked. So, and if you guys disagree with me, definitely put something in the comments. I appreciate you guys coming out. Hit up my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/ckurtis3974 for more information on what I do. Generally streaming 5 nights a week on that particular platform. So, appreciate you guys, and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday afternoon. Thank you.